Hi everybody, I'm John Graden. I'd like you to go back with me to 1985, London, England, the Wembley Arena at the World Kickboxing Championships. This was the largest and at the time the toughest tournament on the planet because it was full contact, throws were allowed, and it was a round-robin tournament of three-minute rounds. That means that if you won, you stayed in. If you lost, you're out. You're going home. So as a member of the United States team, as a light heavyweight, I started fighting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and at 9 o'clock that night, I was fighting for the World Kickboxing Champion, for the gold medal, because I had won all day long. I walked to the center of that ring, and I stood in front of that German, and I looked up and stared him right in the chest. This guy was huge. So I fought this guy, and it was a great fight. And at the end of the fight, I knew it was going to be on television. I knew there were going to be cameras all over the place. So what did I do? As soon as the bell rang, I ran and got my T-shirt and put my T-shirt on. Because I knew that standing in the middle of that ring, those cameras were going to see that he was in shape and I was a fat guy. And you know what? I wasn't fat. I was in the best shape of my life. I was a world champion. Why would I think that? Well, when I was a child, I was heavy. When we used to go shop for clothes, I always had to shop in the Husky aisle. I don't know if they still have the Husky aisle, but it means fat kid. And kids are cruel, and they'll play with your head, and they'll torture you for anything, especially if you're the fat kid. And when I was a kid, they nicknamed me Chumley. Remember Chumley? Chumley was the sidekick to Tennessee Tuxedo. He was a walrus, not the most endearing of nicknames for a child. So even though I began training in the martial arts and became a world caliber athlete, in my mind, my self-image was still that fat kid. I had a girlfriend one time say that she called it fat mentality. So that once you're fat, in your mind, you're always fat. So that self-image and the continuing pattern of self-talk that it creates through your life creates a ceiling of potential in your confidence that can really weigh on every aspect of your life, from attraction to what you're capable of doing in the business world. So it's critically important, and I am on a mission, and fortunately I've been recruited to aid in a mission of combating teen obesity. Right now in our country, the epidemic of teen obesity is at an all-time high, and it's only going to get worse. If you think that right now we're having economic challenges in our country, wait about 10 years when our current obese teens start to develop diabetes, spend more time in the hospital, get sick, have less productivity, less energy, and generally are less happy because they're carrying around a 100-pound vest. They're carrying around the self-image of someone who simply does not like themselves, does not like how they feel, does not like how they look. So I'm going to ask you to join me and my friends. We have A-list celebrities, we have media personalities, very influential and successful entrepreneurs and executives. We've all banded together to combat teen obesity. It's going to take our effort, it's going to take recruiting sponsorship, and hopefully it's going to take a team effort to really make a difference. And here's the plan. It's very simple. We know it's too difficult simply to tell a teen, hey, you need to get off the video games and go out and play. That's been done before. But together, collectively, we have to find ways to motivate these teens to make better decisions. We have to give them strategies on how to look at a menu. We have to give them strategies on how to plan their week, how to plan their day, so that their health is as far up the to-do list as studying for the next exam or getting to school.